Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
Okay, so the question is, so let's start with the file handling. The question is why file handling is required. Okay, so basically as of now, whatever code we have written, right? So we are taking the input either from the mainly from the users, or we are writing the input we are taking the values while writing the program itself, right? So in real time, we are not going to take the input from the user, or we are not going to fix the input. So what we do, we either take this input from some file available in our server or from the database. Okay, so basically there will be a source or input file, or there will be a file from which you need to read the data, and then output also you don't have to print it, you might have to write it somewhere in the file. So this particular requirement makes the file handling very important. And there are different types of file handling. In this class, we are going to discuss about text file handling and binary file handling. Text and binary file handling. Okay, these two topics. There are other file handling like CSV file handling or Excel file handling, or JSON file handling. There are different types of files, for which this Python provides the APIs, and then you can handle those files also. Like you can read the data, you can read the data from the file, or you can write the data into the particular file, right? So as of now, we will be focusing mainly onto the text and binary file. And whenever CXC, Excel, or JSON file handling will be required in the NumPy, Pandas, or Matplotlib, NumPy, Panda side, you'll be learning that, or in the upcoming classes in stats or in stats or machine learning classes, you will learn that. Okay, so let's see what all things we have in this file handling. So first of all, we are going to, as we discussed, we are going to read about text and binary files. So text file, we will see, we will create one .txt file or .py file. We will read the data from that, or we'll write the data into that. So what all things are required whenever you want to do the file handling? So the few operations which are mandatory is you need to open the file. That is the first thing. And here you will be writing the logics, okay, whatever operations you want to do in the file. And then finally, closing the file is also important. Okay, so these all are the two things which has to be done by default: opening and closing of the file. So when you open the file to read or write, you will go ahead, read and write the file. But at the end, to make the to save the changes, whatever changes you have done, if you want to save the changes, then you have to finally close the file. Okay, now so let's come to this. We will see that how you can open the file. So syntax for opening a file is, you have open method, open function, and inside this you will be taking two arguments. The first argument will be the file name with extension, okay, and the other one will be the mode in which you want to open the file. So there are different types of mode. We will read about this mode, and then you have to give this file name. For example, this class 11.ipynb or class 11.txt or something like that, or f1 or abc.txt, whatever file name you have to give it using with the extension, and then you have to give the mode, and you have to assign this to a variable also. Okay, why? Because this open function returns a file object. Okay, and that file object points to the pointer in your file. For example, let's say if I'll consider that this is a file and some text is written. So in this file, this all text, whatever you can see, these all text are written into the they will be considered as a string object, okay, inside the file. And a string object, you always know that it starts with the 0. So the first character in this file will be at 0 index, then the next space will be at 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and so on. Similarly, when you will come here, so this is the new line character, this will be coming to the new line. So after this, whatever the index of G, after this, whatever the next index, it will be pointing to hash, right? So whenever you open a file, this open function returns a file object, and that file object returns to the file pointer, which points in the beginning of the file, means it points to the 0th index. It means it points to this hash, okay? So it will always points to the beginning of the file, okay? Now it depends, like, whether it is going to point to the beginning or end of the file. So it depends on the method in which mode you are going to open the file. So the mode is very important. The modes which we have to open a file is read, write, and append. Okay, these all are the 3 modes mainly we have in a file, and then we have so we can do read and write, we can do write and read, and then we can do append and read. So apart from these, and write, then we have write and read, and then we have append. Okay, so this read mode, in short, we say it is R. This write mode, in short, we say this is W, and this append mode, in short, we say read and write, in short, it is said to be R plus, or yeah, and this one is said to be W plus, and similarly this append and read is said to be A plus. Okay, now let's start with these different modes one by one. We'll learn about what exactly mean by read or write or append or read and write mode or write and read mode or append and read mode. What exactly does it mean? So let's see. Well, let's start with the read mode. Now, when I say we are going to open a file into the read mode, here you have to mention R in the quotation. Okay, so for example, if you are going to open a file, then you will write F is equal to open. Here you will write file name, and here you will say R. Okay, now when you open a file into the read mode, it allows you to read the file only. Okay, you are not allowed to write into the file. Okay, next, let's say when you are going to open a file into the read mode, so yeah, let's say if the file exists, okay, then it will open the file mode, and cursor will be placed at the beginning of the file. Okay, and if the file does not exist, then if file not found, error. Okay, fine. So if the file does not exist in the location where you are looking for the file, then it will give you file not found, error. Okay, fine. So this is about read mode. So let's see, we will try to read one file, try to open a file into the read mode. Now where it will be looking for the file. So see, let's say if you are writing f is equal to open, here I will write abc.txt. Okay, I'm looking for this file and I'm trying to open it into the read mode, and finally I'll try to close the file also. Okay, now what happens, see, when you are going to open a file and when you write only file name here, okay, only file name here, then what will happen, it will look for the file, this file abc.txt, into the same location where you have kept this code. Okay, so where you have kept this code, you have kept this code in this location, class level, and inside this, right? So here it is. Now it will look for this file abc.txt in the same location. Now it will not find this file abc.txt in this location, so it will give you the file not found error. So if I run this, it is giving you file not found error. But let's say if you want to look for a file in a location, a particular location, for example, you are looking for this file in on desktop. Okay, so you have to give the whole path. Okay, you have to give the whole path till desktop. So let's say if I'm looking for a file inside this, we have this class1.ipynb dsc_eve. So what we need to do, we need to give the whole path here. Okay, if you are looking for the file in some other location, not in the default location. Okay, so what I will do now, I will just go to that location and I will create one file abc.txt, a text file basically. Okay, fine. Now I have created this file. So let's go to this and check whether the file is open or not. So if I will run this file now, it is not giving me the error. Okay, and if you will print f, so it will give you that it is a file object. Okay, io.text abc.txt modal encoding utfn io.text io wrapper. Okay, so this is the information which says that it is a file object. Okay, now let's say if you want to read something from the file, so you have to have some data. So let me write some default text into this. Okay, so now I'm going to open that file again, abc.txt, and I will try to read the file. So if you want to read the file, there is a function called printf.read. Okay, and there is one more method called f.tell, printf.tell, which tells you that at which position your cursor is currently. Okay, so you can write this. So whenever you open the file, by default, what I said, it will be at 0th index, and after reading the whole content, the cursor will be placed at the end of the file, right? So we will see that whether it is coming at the end of the file or not, f.tell. So when I will run this, so I'll see here, you can see that it is 0th index, right? So currently the cursor is at 0th index. It has read the content completely, and finally it has come at the end, and there are total 1939 characters in this file. So it has come at the end. Okay, so whenever you read something or if you traverse through the file, so the cursor will keep on moving, and since you have read till the end, so the cursor has reached till the end and it has read the whole characters or whole words or whole the sentences or whole file. It has come at the end, and now it is giving you that we are at the end. The last character is at 1939 index. Clear, everyone? So we have seen that if the file exists, then it will open the file into the read mode and we can read the file. Will we be able to write the file? So now we have reached at the end. So let's write something f dot write, and we will write hello. Okay. So if I will run this, it is going to give me the error unsupported operation not writable. It means you cannot write using the, if you are opening the file into the read mode. Clear, everyone?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next part we will have again is write mode. So now it allows you to write into the file only. You are not allowed to read from the file. If file exists, then it will open the file in the write mode. After deleting the content of the file after deleting the content of the file. Okay. So basically, if the file exists, let's say when you are opening the file into the write mode, and if the file does not exist, then it will create a file with the given. Okay. So if the file exists, then it will open the file into the write mode, and it will place the cursor at the beginning of the file after deleting the content of the file. Now, what do you mean by this? So let's say if I will consider this file is existing. If I will try to open this file into the write mode, it will delete the whole content of the file, and then the cursor will be placed at the beginning of the file. Okay. And if the file does not exist, then it will create a file with that name, and then it will not give you the file not found error kind of we are getting in the read mode. Okay, here you will not get the file not found error. So let's see that. So we are going to open this file into the write mode, and we have f.tell. So this is going to give you the initial index 0. We will also see that the content is deleted. So let me remove this, and you cannot read the content of the file. So it will give you the error basically if you'll try to read the file. Okay, so let me do one thing. First, let me run this code, and we will see two things here. One thing, if you are trying to read the content of the file, it will give you the error. And second thing, since you have opened this file abc.txt into the write mode, it will delete the content. So to just confirm with you, see here is the content in abc.txt, but since I will open it in the write mode, so it will delete the content. So let's run this code. Now if I will run this code, okay, sorry, if I run this code, so you will see that abc.txt we have opened in write mode. f.tell gives you the 0th index, means we are currently at the beginning. f.read gives you the not supported operation, so I will comment this line. Now again, if I will let me write this f.write hello. So you can write the content into the file, there is no problem. Okay, but you cannot read from the file. Now after writing the content, the cursor will be placed at the end of O. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we'll get the index 4, 5, right? So after hello, the next character. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after this 5. Okay. So f.close have closed the file. Now let's see that whether we are getting the hello or it is appended into the file. You'll see that content was deleted and hello is appended into the file. Means hello is written into the file. Clear? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is it about write mode. And if you'll see that if the file does not exist, for example, let's say if I will write the same code with the f1.txt into the write mode, and let me remove this. Now if I will run this, you'll see that it is not going to give you any error. It is not giving me any error. But if I will go here and I'll check this, so you'll see f1.txt is created in this location. Clear?
Abhishek,
Yes, please go ahead.
if the files having the permission, right, generally, so how you will handle?
Permission means?
See, particular user group or particular user has the permission, so others cannot. So in this case, how we will handle?
No, so yes, correct. Okay, so there is a syntax for that. Just give me a second, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so there are different ways to handle the permission. So what I will do, I will come to this permission handling in some time. There is a OS module. Basically, you need to learn about the OS module. Okay, so in the OS module, you can handle this permission. So there is something called CH mode, change mode. Okay, so you can use that CH mode method of OS module, and then you can change the or you can handle the permissions of the file. Okay, so that OS module we don't have in this syllabus. OS module is there, sys module is there. So if we will cover somewhere, so we will tell you that how you can handle the permission using CH mode or OS module in Python. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we are good. I have one more question, Abhishek.
Yes, please.
See, if the size is huge of the file, so the read mode, suppose read mode with the some content from index to index, we can split it and we can get it. Is it possible?
Index to index you want to split. Basically, you want to do some operation on the file, right?
Correct. So if is file splitting is possible while reading it, and is it effectively processed, readable?
No, let's say initially when we will open it in the read mode, will be at 0th index. You want to read it from, let's say, this location. So is that your question, that whether you will be able to read it from here or not? I'm rephrasing the question.
Yeah, the size is like just like a it's like a huge, like a 1 GB. I cannot load it at one time. So I can load it by 1 to 250 MB, from 250 MB to size wise splitting. After that I can able to read it.
That I need to check. No, generally we don't do that. What we do, we load the whole file. That's why we have this Anaconda, right? So we load the whole file directly at once.
Okay. Typically a log size will be huge. That is what I want to convey.
That is not a problem. So we like huge means to say how much you might be having trillions of data or billions of data, right? Correct, in that file. So we upload the file of 1 GB or more than 1 GB. So there is no problem in that. We can handle that data using this Anaconda Python.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the next for cases when we want to modify content, right, would not work. How to do that? We will do append, Gurpreet, okay? The CH mode is same like what we use in Unix. Yes. Okay, Sandeep. Fine. Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
Abhishek, I do have a question. Let's say if the file contains some transactional data and I want to read each line as a record and then process it and then go to the next line. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
So the read function is returning the entire content of the file. How do you?
There is a different function. We will discuss that. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So next is append mode. Now append mode, what we have, so append mode, okay, so this is, this is called A, this will be A, and it will allow you to write into the file only, and you are not allowed to read from the file again into the append mode. If the file exists, then it will open the file and cursor will be placed at the end of the file. So basically I will write this and the cursor will be placed at the end. Okay. And if the file does not exist, then it will create a file with a given name. Now, when we say it is append mode, so it is not going to delete the content like in write mode. For example, if I will take this same code, if you will take this code, so we are going to open it in the append mode. The cursor in the write mode or read mode, the cursor was by default in the beginning. But if you'll open it in append mode, the cursor will be at the end. So if I check f.tell, so it will give me the last index of this file. So somewhere, more than 2000 index or something you will get. So let's see that. And then again, we will be able to write something. So whenever you will be, whenever you are going to open a file into the write mode, append mode, and since the cursor is at the end here, so whatever you will be writing, it will be written after this, okay, not in the beginning. Okay, so what we will do, we are checking where the cursor is, and then we are writing the content, so it will be written at the end, and then the cursor again will be placed after O in that. So again, it will be giving you that 5 or 6 indexes will be added to the last index, and then it will give you that index. Okay, so let's say if I will run this, I will get this 2236 is the index, and then we have added these 5 characters. So now we are getting 2241. Okay, so this is how you can open the file into the append mode. And again, if you will open this file abc.txt, you will see here that content is written at the end of the file. Okay, it is not in the beginning of the file. Why? Because in the append mode, the cursor will always be placed at the end of the file. Let's say if you will try to open a file which is not existing, then we will create a file. For example, here I'll write abc1.txt. This file is not existing, so it will create a file. So if I run this, you'll see that this file is created in this location, abc1.txt. Okay, fine. So this is about append mode, and so Next, we have. Yes.
Abhishek, I have one question.
Yes.
So you said above, like it is this append mode will not allow you to read from the file, but when we open the abc.txt, we are able to see the previous contents also and hello appended to it. Then it is allowing me to read, right?
No, no. Read means to say, see, read and write means to say you are not going to open the file manually and then read and write, correct? You will be whether you are able to read and write from the code or not. That is what I mean. Okay. So let's
Okay.
say if I will try to write here print f.read, whether it is allowing me to read. So it is giving you not readable. Okay, unsupported operation. Clear?
Okay.
So Abhishek,
Okay.
I have one question. So when you appended the text hello, it goes to the next line.
Yes.
But ideally, based on your index and what f.tell is returning, it should come just on the same line where that previous line is ending. So it is actually creating in a new line.
No, 1 minute. See, when I say that index is pointing at the end of the file. So what do you say? What is the end of the file? So if you remember, in this file, I was having this 5. Okay. Before writing this hello, I was having this 5th line, and after this 5 was coming here. So my end of the file is not this. My end of the file was this.
Okay.
Correct.
It was already a enter blank line there.
Correct.
Got it. Thanks.
Yes. Anything else? So next we have a read and write mode. Okay. So R plus mode basically, I will say. Read and write mode allows you to read and write both. Okay. Read R plus mode. This is R plus mode. So it allows you to read and write both. The file. Okay. So now what is the advantage of this R plus mode? So if the file exists, then it will open the file in the read mode and cursor will be placed at the beginning of the file. This is true. If the file does not exist, then also it will give you file not found error. Okay. So what is the difference between R plus mode and R mode? The only difference between R plus mode and R mode is in R mode, you cannot write into the file, but in R plus mode, you can write also into the file. But since it is R plus, so R plus will follow the main features of read mode only. Okay, these all features of read mode will be followed. Just one extra operation is available to you, that is called a write operation. Now you can do write into the file also. Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see one thing. Let me remove this ABC1 and F1. What I will do, I will try to read a file using R plus mode. So I'll write F is equal to. So I'm going to open this ABC1txt and I will open it in the R plus mode. Now this R plus mode is what? Read and write. So I'll just check whether this file is existing or not. So if this file is not existing in the R plus mode or in R mode, read mode, what I should get that file not found error, correct, as I said. So it, like, see, this is allowing you just to write, but it is not going to follow the properties of the write mode. It means in the write mode, if the file was not existing, then it was supposed to create you a file with that name, right? In this R plus, it will not create that file with the name. Okay, it will just give you the file not found error because we are into the mainly read mode. Okay, so R plus mode. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just run this abc1.txt. Let me comment this. These all things are not required. Now run this. So you will get that file not found error. Okay, no such file or directory exists. So see, we are allowed to write, but we are not able to create the file if it is not existing. Now the same code, what I will do, I will just make one small change here. So I will go to abc.txt and we are into R plus mode. We will read the content of the file. We will write also into the file and then we will read it again, and then we will check the index. So before that we need to check the index here. Okay, so now if I will read this, so tell me, I told you that let's say this is the abc.txt file. I have start reading it. So first operation what we have, first it will f.tell, so it will give me 0. The next operation we have is f.read, so it will start reading the content of the file till the end O, and then I'm writing it will read till this m, okay, dot, and then after this I'm writing some content hello into the file, so hello is written here. Now again after this I'm going to check f.tell, so where my cursor will be, whether it is at O or it is at the beginning. It will be at O, right? After writing hello, it will be at O. Correct. So if you will try to read the file again, will it give you the content, whole content again? No. Right? Why? Because you are at the end. If you want to read the file again, you have to move the cursor in the beginning. So let's see that first. I'm going to run this code now. First it is giving 0, then reading it gives you the cursor placed at the end of the file hello. Okay, and then you have f.tell, which is giving you 2 to 4 6, and then again you try to read. So what happened here, when you try to read it here, it is giving you empty string. Why? Because your cursor at the end, after this hello, you don't have anything to read, right?
Yeah.
Just a second. Yes, any question, Pani?
Yes, sir. So when you put hello again, then hello should have come twice, right? Because this hello is already there.
Yes, it will be coming since I have kept it open. So now let's say
Okay,
it will
okay,
be open it.
okay.
Now it will show you.
Okay, got that.
Fine. So basically what we have seen here, that it is returning empty string if if you'll try to read again, because by default you have reached to the end, right? So if you want to read again, so what you have to do, you have to move the cursor again. So you can do f.seek and you can move it to the 0. Okay, so now if you will read, so again it will read the whole content again. So you can see after this it is reading the whole content again. Clear, everyone? Fine. So 3 times hello is coming. Clear? Okay, so now you can see here that what we have, so f.seek is what? Seek is the method which moves the cursor to the required position. We wanted to read the file from the beginning, we have moved it to the 0th position. If you want to move it to the specific position, you can move the cursor using seek method. Okay, fine. So this is about R plus mode. Next we have W plus mode. W plus mode stands for write and read. Okay, so this is read and write. This is write and read mode. So this is W plus. This is also going to be W plus. So it allows you to write and read from the file. And if the file exists, then it will open the file in write mode. Will place the cursor at the beginning of the file after deleting the content of the file again. So since it is W plus mode, so it will follow the main properties of the write mode. Only the extra feature is reading. You are allowed to read from the file, but rest all properties it will follow from the write mode only. Okay, now here you have, if the file does not exist, then it will create a new file with a given name. So let's see that we have we'll try to read this abc1.txt, which is not there. So now abc1.txt f.tell, and I will try to read also here. So it will not give me any error now. Okay, so if I will run this, sorry, W plus. if I run this, it is allowing me to, it has created the file. You can see here it is created. And second thing is f.read. So you are allowed to read also, since there is no content in the file. So it is giving you the empty string, nothing. Okay. Now we have this same file abc1.txt. We are going to open it into the write mode, and since the file is already created, we will have some text also into this. So having the text doesn't, what it will do, it will delete the content. So there is no matter of having the text, but still we'll see that. So let's save this, and we'll open the file abc1.txt in the W+ mode. We'll check where the cursor is. So the cursor, everything will be deleted and cursor will be placed at the end. And after that, we will try to write some content into the file, and then we will try to read it again. But if you will try to read it after writing again, the cursor will be placed at the end of the file. So what exactly you need to do? You need to seek again, f.seek 0, and then you need to read the file. So paste it here. Now check this. Okay, so let's run this again. You have this, so you have 0, then this is 0, this return into the file. This is going to return 5 because it is at the end of the index after writing, and then you have moved it again to the 0, and after that you are reading, so it is returning with this content. Now if you see this abc1.txt, we have written the content, but the content is deleted. So what we have seen that this W+ mode is going to follow all the properties of the write mode. Just the extra feature you have here is read. You can read the content of the file also, okay, which was not allowed only in the read mode. Okay, last we have append and read mode. So append and read mode, again it will follow all the properties of the append mode. This is going to be A+, this is A+. So it allows you to write and read into the file. Okay, if the file exists, then it will open the file and the cursor will be placed at the end of the file, again true. If the file does not exist, it will create the file. The only extra feature you have here again in append mode is just reading of the file. So this the same code I will take again, and I will try to create one file which is not there. So I will take, let's say, abf1.txt, and I'll open it in A+ mode. So if I'll run this, so this file is not existing, it will create the file f1.txt. Okay, so it has created this file. So this last statement is true. Now if let's say we have the file, so what it will do, it will place the cursor at the end of the file. So we have abc.txt, in that we have some content, and it is not going to delete the content like in the write mode. So we have abc.txt, then we are going to open it in the A+ mode. We have next, let's see this. So f.tell is going to give you that cursor is at the end. So last index it will return. Then you are writing into this. So hello will be added to the end. Let me do one thing. Delete this. So hello again will be written at the end, and then you will check what is the current position. It will give you the last index. So after after this, whatever index you'll get, 5 will be added into that. And then we are moving this cursor at the beginning, and then we are reading the file. So previously in the case of append mode, it was not allowing you to read the file, append and read mode both. So now you are able to read also. So if you will run this, you are getting this 2 indexes, and then you are able to read also the content of the file. Okay, so this is about the different modes of operations we have in file handling. Okay, fine. Any question in this?
No.
So in Python, basically write mode is more a create mode, because as a use case, no one will actually would wish to delete the content and then write.
Correct. You can
It's
say
more
that.
a create mode, right?
Yes, create mode. And no, there are a few cases where you don't want to keep the previous data into the file, so you just go ahead and you use the write mode. So it's not like write mode just for the creation, maybe for some other operation also.
Okay.
Okay.
Abhishek, is it possible to read a file from the web?
Yes, it is possible. Okay.
Is that covered in the upcoming sessions?
No, these all things are not required. See, this is just the core Python you are learning. Okay.
Okay.
If you'll include everything, then probably the Python itself will take 1 year to complete.
Okay.
Right. So we have not, see, this is the basic file handling concept. Now, wherever this related things will be required, let's say if we are going to read the content from the web, or if we are going to read the file from some server, so what will the syntax is, how you will be able to do that? We will not teach you that. We will just show you an example that how we are doing that. Okay, so a trainer, let's say a machine learning trainer is loading some file from the web. So what he will do, he will just show you that how he is doing that. He will show you the code for that. Okay, so you have to make a note somewhere that, okay, so this is the code he is writing and using to do this operation. So you have to learn in that way. Okay, because everything cannot be taught. You understand that Python is such a huge syllabus that covering only Python. If you want to cover the whole Python in detail, it will take more than 1 year. Okay,
fine.
So OS and sys module are important actually. Okay, but we are not covering because of the same reason. So wherever OS and sys module will be required, we will give you a bit of introduction of that, and then we will start using that. So okay, otherwise OS itself will take around 1 or more than 1 class, like 3 to 4 hours of class will be required for OS. Then sys module will require 1 class. Okay, we have not included all those things. Further reading will be required from your side. If you want to do anything like I don't know the name, the number is coming for you, 4-3 something. So yes, if you, the questions which you asked, that to change the mode and all, or to split of text file or split a file into the different portion and then start reading it. So for that you have to do the further reading. Okay. Yes, all these things are possible. Whatever coming to your mind, see, this Python is nothing but it's just a program. So whatever you can do on Linux or on any other programming languages, these all things are possible into Python also. Just the thing is, further reading is required for you. So go ahead and read the things, and then you will be able to do that. Okay. See, for us also, like whenever when I'm working and I get stuck somewhere, so it's not like everything is there into my mind. I can simply go ahead and I use that. So before coming to this class also, I go ahead and read something. Every time when I read, I get something new. Okay, probably the things which I'm discussing in this class, in next class, the things will be different. Okay, topics will be different, like few extra things will be coming into that. So it all depends, like what all things are coming into my mind at the point of time when I'm teaching, one thing. And second thing, what all things you are using. For example, let's say if I'm working on some project, so if I get stuck here somewhere, I take the help of Google. And you also know that developer don't write the code, we simply do the copy paste. But to do the copy paste, you have to know that what that code is saying. That's it. Okay, so don't bother like if you don't know a lot of things. If other knows about that, you don't know, so it's not like he might have read somewhere, right? Or he might have used it somewhere. So for that reason, he knows. So you can go ahead and read about it. You'll get to know. So what I was discussing next is data science. Yeah. So next part we have is, so we'll do few programs here. Just a second. Okay, so next we have is the methods which we are going to open. The methods to read and write. Okay, so we have seen a few methods here. Methods to read from the file. So what all method we have? We have read method. Read method reads the whole content of the file and returns a string object. Okay. Next we have read, and this takes the number of characters you want to read as an argument. Okay, so reads the first mentioned number of characters from the last position and returns a string object. Okay. Next we have a read line. Read line reads one line at a time and returns string object. And finally we have read lines. So this read lines reads the whole content of the file and returns a list object. Okay, read lines. A list object where the list will be having strings as the element, and every string will be what? A single line into the file. So for example, let me we have this abc.txt. I'll open this. So we have seen f.read. Now what I will do, I will read first 100 characters. By default, the okay, so I will open it into the, I'll move it to f.seek of 0. Okay, so I'll read first 100 characters. So if I run this, I'll get the first 100 characters. You can see this is the first 100 characters and it is a string type. Okay, you can check the type of this. So this is a string type. Okay, similarly, we can we can use read line. Okay, so this is going to be read line, and read line reads the first line. Now you will say, what is the first line in this? So the first line, wherever a new line character comes, that is the first line, or that is the line split. Okay, so here you will see that there are a number of lines for you, like wherever a dot ends, for us generally that is the end of the line, but for Python, wherever a \n is coming, that is the new line. Okay, now if that can be that can be established using read lines. So if you will do this read lines, then you will see that wherever this \n is coming, that is that is becoming one line. So this is one line which is kept inside the quotation. This is one line, and then next line is again started from this. So this is the second element of the list, and wherever this \n is coming, again there it is ending. So this is the second line. Similarly, this is the third line, and this is the fourth line. Okay, fine, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So now we have this f.read lines. Next, we have write method. Okay, the methods to write. So methods to write, we have write method, which takes a string object to write, and then similarly we have write lines. Now when you do write lines, so write lines, it takes again a list of strings. Okay, so str1 comma str2, okay, and so on. Okay, so it takes a string where the different lines will be kept in this quotation, and then you can pass that. And remember, you have to keep this \n after every line. Okay, so to mark that it is the end of this line, it is the end of this line, and so on. Okay, now, so let's say we have seen the write method. We will see the write lines method in few example in this. So you can use that. So these all are the two methods which we have to write into the file. Next we have how we can handle the binary file. Binary file, we have seen that what is a binary file? Binary file is like images or sound clips, .mp3 files or video files, or there was PDF files, right? These all are the different binary files. We have to handle these binary files. The mode are different. Methods and everything is similar, just the mode is different. If you want to open this file into the read mode, then that is RB. Okay. For write mode, that is WB. Okay. For append mode, that is AB. Now, after this, if you have read and write mode, for the binary file, you have RB plus or R plus B, anything you can write. Similarly, if you have write and read mode both, then you will be having so read and write and read. So this will be WB plus mode. And if you have append and read mode, then this will be AB plus or A plus B, anything you can use. Okay, so rest all operations, method, everything will remain same. Just remember that if you have a binary file, for example, if you are opening an image file or something, then you have to do it, you have to follow these modes. Okay. Next we have, see, as of now, whatever files we have opened, necessarily that has to be closed. Okay. Why you have to close? So for example, let's say I have this okay, so now let's say if you will not close the file, so what happens that the changes you have made, that will not be saved to the file, one thing. Okay, now say, but if you will open the file in this way, like, you know, f is equal to open, and then if you will explicitly close this, then there is a problem. Let's say the error occurs at line number 3. Okay, you are not allowed to read. If the error occurs, then your code will not reach till the end. Correct? Your code will not reach till the end because error has come at the line number 3, so it has not executed the rest lines of code. So in this case, it is going to give you the error and the file will not be closed properly. So if you have made some changes till this line, so it will not be saved into the file. Okay, so what we do, generally we don't follow this syntax to open the file. We use with statement to open the file. So how do you use with statement? Using with, you write this open function, and then the same syntax, you will write the file name here. You will write the file name and the mode in which you want to open, and here you will write this again. Okay. And then after that, instead of writing f is equal to, you'll write that f as f. Okay. So you are opening this file, and the file object is created. That file object you have renamed as f. Okay. And then you can write the code here. So code line 1, code 2, all these things you can write. Now here, you don't have to close the file explicitly. Okay. You don't have to close the file. You may not close the file also. What this switch statement does, it automatically closes the file. Let's say now if the error comes at line number 3 or 2, so by default, it will close the file. So the changes you have made till code number 1, it will be saved into the file. Clear, everyone? What the switch statement is used for. So you are going to use with statement only to open the file in most of the cases.
So the syntax remains the same for code. Like if I want to now append, so you just write f.
Yes, those all things will remain same. This for this code, just this with statement you are changing to opening the file.
So okay, so what I'm trying to ask is, we still have to write f dot, or since we have declared f, we don't have to write f. We just write tell or read.
Right, you have to write. Let's say if you want to read, you have to write f dot write, f dot read, and all those. Okay. Clear, everyone? So we'll stop the discussion for file handling here.